Now, Storm Team meteorologist Kate Thornton with Central New York's most accurate forecast.
And a very good Wednesday afternoon. We are taking a live view right now out over from our Pompey camp. There's a lot of green grass out there, but we can still see some of those snow piles. They're kind of towards the bottom of your screen. We're still hanging on to some of those toughest and biggest snow piles in some spots, probably more so in some locations than others. Here's what it looks like in Oswego. We've got a beautiful view looking out over Lake Ontario. We've been seeing just a little bit of some filtered sunshine, but it's very pleasant out. It's 43. That was our high yesterday, and we're going to keep on rising from here. A lot of us are going to eventually end up in the 50s. Current temperatures right now from the New York State Mesonet Network. We have 41 in Westmoreland. We do have 37 up in Redfield right now, 44 in Oswego, and 41 in Scipio Center. Our high temperatures getting up to around 50 or higher from Syracuse to Waterloo and Ithaca. Staying in the 40s the farther north you go, but all in all, it is a warmer day than what we had yesterday, and we are going to keep this trend going. In fact, overnight, a lot of us don't even dip below 40 degrees overnight. We're keeping it mild. We have the clouds. We got a wind that's kicking in. It's going to be a breezy day tomorrow, and that southwest wind helps get us into the 60s for a lot of us. It's one of those days where you have that warm front kind of drifting a little bit south, and so you're going to have about like a 20-degree difference between Watertown and Ithaca and down towards Binghamton. So it all depends on where you are on 81. And just when you think spring is here, it's like, oh, nope, never mind. We have a cold front moving through tomorrow night, and that brings our temperatures back down to feeling a little wintry for some of our last days of March. High pressure is overhead. That's why we are nice and dry and keeping things pretty quiet. But this is what's coming at us later on tonight. Will be impacting our weather for tomorrow. A lot of clouds, a few passing showers. I wouldn't call tomorrow a rainy day, at least not during the daytime. Let me show you what's happening this afternoon. So we have that sunshine out there now, but we're going to notice those clouds really thickening up later on this evening. So the thicker cloud cover, a little bit of some precipitation and a south wind. That's what keeps our temperatures mild overnight. We're waking up tomorrow morning. It's going to be pretty damp outside, but not a lot of active rain happening for the morning commute. And there's plenty of rain-free time to enjoy this 60s if you choose to do so, even a few breaks in the sun. And then by the evening commute, we'll watch for our chances for rain start to go up here. And after about 9, 10, 11 o'clock, and so especially after midnight, we start to see that change over to some of that snow, mainly down towards the southern tier. That moves up and out of here Friday morning, but it will leave some of us with at least a fresh coating of some of that slushy snow. So don't be surprised if you see some of that on your cars and driveways as you head out the door Friday morning. We're going to keep it on the cold side with highs only in the mid-30s and wind chills in the 20s on Friday. A few passing snow showers, but little to no accumulation on Saturday. Sunday, we start to bring the temperatures up a bit. Highs around 40. Then we're hovering around 50s for Monday and Tuesday. Beyond that, for the first few days of April and possibly going into Easter, we could finally see at least several days of some warmer weather being brought into central New York.
Download the WSYR Plus app on your TV to stream News Channel 9 for free. Just go to your smart TV, search WSYR Plus in the App Store, and download to start streaming today.